Wars, natural disasters, rising deception. Are these just random events or part of a bigger picture? For centuries, people have looked to ancient scriptures for signs of what's to come. Today, we're diving into 10 biblical prophecies that many believe predict events leading up to the arrival of the Antichrist. And here's the startling part. They might be happening right now. Stay tuned, because what we uncover today could change the way you see the world. Our first sign comes from Matthew 24, 4-5, where Jesus warns, "Watch out that no one deceives you. For many will come in my name, claiming, 'I am the Messiah,' and will deceive many." In today's digital age, misinformation spreads like wildfire. A 2018 MIT study found that false news on Twitter spreads 6 times faster than the truth. Social media platforms are flooded with influencers and self-proclaimed gurus who mislead millions. The rise of deepfakes and AI-generated content blurs the line between reality and illusion, making it harder than ever to discern truth from deception. We live in a time where the quest for authenticity is overshadowed by the allure of fabricated narratives, and the consequences are profound. Next, we turn to Matthew 24:6, which states, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed." From the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine to rising tensions over Taiwan between the US and China, the world feels more unstable than ever. The Global Conflict Tracker lists over 27 active conflicts worldwide. The constant media coverage keeps us in a state of anxiety, fueling fears of global escalation. For a generation growing up amidst terrorism and political unrest, these rumors of wars aren't just headlines, they're shaping our reality. The echoes of these conflicts reach into our everyday lives, influencing our perceptions and fears. In Matthew 24:7, we find another warning. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. Climate change is no longer a distant threat, it's here. The United Nations reports an 83% increase in climate-related disasters over the past 20 years. The World Food Programme notes that over 345 million people face acute food insecurity, exacerbated by conflicts and environmental crises. For young people passionate about environmental activism, these events are alarming signs of a planet in distress. The urgency of the situation calls for action, yet it often feels overwhelming, leaving many wondering how they can make a difference in a world so fraught with challenges. Matthew 24:9 tells us, "You will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me." Religious persecution remains a grave issue. Open doors. USA reports that over 360 million Christians experience high levels of persecution globally. From extreme cases in North Korea to violence against religious minorities in parts of Africa and Asia, standing up for one's faith can be dangerous. This resonates with many young adults advocating for human rights and freedom of belief, as the struggle for acceptance and understanding continues in various corners of the globe. Yet, amidst the turmoil, there is a glimmer of hope. Matthew 24:14 proclaims, "And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations." Thanks to technology, the message of Christianity reaches farther than ever. The Bible is now translated into over 3,000 languages. Social media, streaming services, and satellite TV broadcast sermons and religious content globally. In an age where a message can go viral overnight, the possibility of reaching all nations is more attainable than ever before. The digital landscape has transformed the way we share and receive information, allowing for a broader dialogue about faith and spirituality. However, we cannot ignore the darker side of our society. 2 Timothy 3:1-5 warns us, "People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, having a form of godliness, but denying its power." Many sense a moral decline in society. The FBI reported a 30% rise in the U.S. murder rate in 2020, the largest single-year increase ever. Online, the obsession with self-image and wealth is evident, with social media often promoting materialism and narcissism. This portrayal of lawlessness and moral decay is a concern for those yearning for genuine connection and ethical integrity. The clash between the pursuit of individualism and the need for community leaves many feeling lost and disillusioned. Mark 13:22 tells us, "For false Christs and false prophets will appear and perform signs and wonders to deceive." Throughout history, individuals like Jim Jones and David Koresh claimed divine authority, leading followers into tragic outcomes. Today, new movements and cults emerge, often exploiting vulnerable individuals searching for meaning. In an era of celebrity culture and influencer worship, the line between admiration and idolatry can become dangerously thin. The allure of charismatic figures can be intoxicating, but it often masks a darker reality that can lead to manipulation and control. Daniel 12:4 predicts, "Many will go here and there to increase knowledge." We live in an unprecedented age of information and mobility. The internet's vast resources double every couple of years. Affordable travel allows millions to explore the globe. Knowledge is quite literally at our fingertips 24/7. For digital natives, this constant flow of information is both a blessing and a challenge, shaping our worldview in profound ways. The accessibility of knowledge empowers us, but it also requires discernment in how we engage with that information. As we navigate this landscape, we must consider the implications of economic control. Revelation 13:16-17 warns of a time when no one could buy or sell without a certain mark. The rise of digital currencies and economic surveillance sparks debates about privacy and control. China's digital yuan and discussions around the digital euro suggest a future where transactions are fully monitored by authorities. The Federal Reserve is also exploring digital currency options. Concerns about data privacy and autonomy are very real for a generation that values freedom and individual rights. The balance between convenience and control is a delicate dance, and many are left questioning the cost of progress. Finally, we arrive at the figure of the Antichrist. 1 John 2:18 mentions, "As you have heard that the Antichrist is coming, even now many Antichrists have come." While no single person today fits the complete biblical description, history has seen leaders whose actions echo this prophecy. Figures who rise to power with charismatic authority but lead with oppressive or deceptive tactics raise alarms. In an age where authoritarianism can spread through digital means, the idea of an Antichrist figure feels more plausible to many. The specter of manipulation and control looms large, prompting us to remain vigilant in our pursuit of truth and justice. So, are we witnessing the signs foretold centuries ago? While interpretations vary, it's undeniable that many of these ancient prophecies align with today's global events. Whether you see them as warnings, coincidences, or calls to action, they prompt us to reflect on our world and our place within it. For the 18 to 35 demographic navigating these complex times, understanding these connections can provide context and perhaps even guidance. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think these biblical signs are manifesting in our world today? How do they impact your perspective on current events? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your voice adds depth to this important conversation. If you found this exploration enlightening, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to join our community. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next deep dive. Together, let's navigate these intricate topics and strive for a deeper understanding of our world.